Yeah, welcome. Welcome. I said welcome. Shout out to everyone joining the live stream tonight. Yeah, it's night time right here in the United Kingdom. I'm still your main man, proudly Austin. I want to talk about the UEFA Champions League match day 5 Tuesday action. Yeah, it got us talking. Can you believe it? Chelsea 3, Barcelona 0. Who saw that result coming? No way. You can't tell me you saw that result. What a story. Football can be so funny. The last time Chelsea and Barcelona met, I think it was in 2018, February 2018. Barcelona went to Stamford Bridge and that game ended 1-1. March 2018 at the Camp Nou. Barcelona 3, Chelsea 0. And Chelsea fans, they were saying just before the match that, look, they want to avenge that result. They said they didn't like it. And did they do it? Oh, yes, they did. What a story. Chelsea fans getting here. I want to talk to Chelsea fans tonight on this live stream. Woo! What a performance. Chelsea humbled. They told Barcelona to calm down. This is London. You can't misbehave, you know. I hear the police, they're still looking for Lamine Yamal. They're searching everywhere. I said, check Cucurella's pockets. Check Cucurella's pocket for Lamine Yamal. What a story. Shout out to everyone joining me on TikTok. I see you guys, and on YouTube. I'm rocking with just 2 platforms tonight. And someone will say, Austin is a Chelsea fan because I'm wearing a blue tie, a blue lapel, and my microphone is blue. No, I'm not a Chelsea fan. You know, it's coincidence. I got off my live TV show and I was just in that mood, and then I started getting into post-production meetings. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take that seriousness into the live stream. Let's celebrate Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, that's what's up. Is it the biggest result from the night? I don't think so. Pep Guardiola was celebrating 100th UEFA Champions League match. Yes, right there at the Etihad Stadium in Manchester. Bayer Leverkusen came and they spoiled the party. Can you believe it? Bayer Leverkusen beat Manchester City right there at the Etihad on Pep's 100th UEFA Champions League match. It ended 2-0. Football is crazy. You think you know it, you get stunned. I want to talk about everything that went down on Tuesday, match day 5 of the UEFA Champions League. Yeah, that's the result scrolling right there for you. Shout out to everyone joining the live stream on TikTok. I see you guys. Lord awesome. I see you. Bonanza, Barry. Noel, I see you. Shout out to everyone, Asamoah Emmanuel. But I want to talk to Chelsea fans tonight. How massive is this victory over Barcelona? It's now 3 wins for the Blues, 1 draw, and I think just 1 defeat. Not so bad. I'll show you the league table. I was still in the league stage. Don't forget, the first 8 to get automatic qualification. Those that follow, we get into the playoffs. So I will break it down for you tonight on this live stream. Welcome on board. Join the conversation. If you're watching me on YouTube, I want to know where you're watching me from. At this time, I didn't even waste time. I've said Chelsea fans, get in here. I want to speak to Chelsea fans tonight on the show. You know, what a story. The Blues. This is the sort of form you want to take and get into that Premier League game against Arsenal. And I listened to Enzo Maresca, and he says he loves it, that the recovery is so good from his team. And I've been waiting for Arsenal now. But hey, the Gunners will be busy on Wednesday when they host Bayern Munich. Is Arsenal at home in that fixture? I need to confirm. Yeah, that's a big one for Arsenal. They need to show some character. They need to show that that's a match that they can, use to make a statement. I want to get right. Yeah, Arsenal will be hosting Bayern Munich. That's it right there. But I don't want to get into that conversation yet. I want to tell you what happened at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday, match day 5, Chelsea 3, Barcelona 0. Tell somebody that doesn't know to tell another person. Yeah, Lord of some, it was crazy. I didn't see it coming. Chelsea, they were on fire. Yes, Barcelona got a red card, but hey, we saw it also. Manchester United, they had a numerical advantage against Everton and they still lost the game. So that was some good show of character by Chelsea to go all the way. Estavao, what a goal. What a goal. Brazilian whiskey. It was a match that was supposed to show us the skills of Lamine Yamal and Estavao. And Estavao still, they show you outshone Lamine Yamal. Yeah, but Cucurella, what a player. And Chelsea fans are now bragging. They say Cucurella is the best left back in the world. I'm like, okay, that's what success does. You know, it gives you so many friends. It puts renewed confidence out there. So shout out to Chelsea. And I saw them right after the game when they were going into the dressing room. It was all vibes. Check it out.
Come on!
Wow.
Come on! My son was fucking singing.
Out of shot, Cucurella. So that's Chelsea fan right there. You know, the players all pumped up right after that big win against Barcelona. You see there, yeah, it was a shocking result, Lord awesome, I know, but hey, this is football. And by the way, Chelsea, they were really pumped up for that one. So some people will even argue that it's not as shocking as we think it is, but it's Barcelona. And whenever they feel they're doing that high press, high line football, this, that, and that, and then you don't set up properly, you get punished. And that's been the story of Barcelona and this formation. And look, Hansi Flick must find a way to change it. I think he needs to sign top-class, top-rated defenders. Even if it's just two core central defenders, you know. I see I'm getting the comments on YouTube. Keep it coming. But I want Chelsea fans to get in. Yeah, I don't think that Chelsea fans are noisemakers when they win. Are they being humble tonight? I want to hear Chelsea fans. I want them to tell me what they think about this team. I want them to tell me what they think about the current form. I want them to tell me what they think about the next game coming up against Arsenal. But hey, we're talking about what happened in the UEFA Champions League matchday 5 Tuesday fixture. It was Chelsea hosting Barcelona right there at Stamford Bridge, and the Blues, they did their thing, you know. I thought they showed intent. I thought they had the drive. They pushed so much for that one. They weren't looking at Barcelona. They didn't give them any form of respect, you know. Two early goals, you know, Enzo, and then VAR said no goal after checking. And then when that own goal came, I said, okay, now we have a goal. Let's see what Chelsea can do. And they showed good character in second half when they went on to, you know, to kill it. But hey, that Estavao moment, I can't get it off my head. Yeah, I'm talking about Tuesday results. So let me bring it up for you, and I'll run through it quickly because I know you want to talk about it also. Shout out to Chelsea. They showed that, look, when they need to win, they can go out there and win. So, yeah, I want to celebrate Chelsea. And I'm asking that question. Which of the results got you talking? For me, it was Chelsea. But some persons on X told me, no, it's Manchester City losing at home to Bayer Leverkusen. So which of the games got you talking? Let's get into Tuesday results. I love it so much. Ajax, they need to do something. I don't think they'll make it to the playoff with the way they're going. By the way, they'll play 8 games in this league stage. They've played 5 already. So Ajax needs to do something. By the time you see the league table, you'll understand what I'm talking about. They lost at home to Benfica. Good result for the Portuguese team. Galatasaray, they're so ordinary without Victor Osimhen. When I say Victor Osimhen holds that team together, so I'll say, no, Asti, you're just saying it because they're Nigerian. Tell me how they lost that game to Union Saint-Gilloise. I don't get it. You don't lose that sort of game, particularly with what Victor Osimhen did in the last game single-handedly, pushing Galatasaray, got a hat-trick. He's still the highest goal scorer in the UEFA Champions League with 6 goals. The man is injured, and Galatasaray couldn't play football on Tuesday. I still don't understand. Tell me, guys, particularly if you know Turkish football, tell me what's going on with Galatasaray. I thought I'd take them to beat Union Saint-Gilloise. No disrespect to the Belgian team, but I thought Galatasaray, with the momentum that they built from their last game, they could just do enough. You know, you went away to get that vital win, and then you're coming back home and you lose the way they did. Nah, that wasn't a good result. Bodo Glimt, they lost to Juve 3-2. That one ended. Borussia Dortmund had the dominant win over Villarreal. They won by 4-0. And then the game everyone seemed to be talking about in England, they are over the moon for this one. Chelsea 3, Barcelona 0. Yeah, that's what's up. Just in case you missed it, that's the core conversation that I'm having tonight. Manchester City, I told you Pep Guardiola was celebrating 100th game in the UEFA Champions League. It was supposed to be a milestone celebration. Bayer Leverkusen got into Manchester and they ruined the party. Can you believe it? Football crazy. When you think you know football, it tells you, hey, shut up. What are you talking about? I listen to Pep. I'll let you listen to him. He's not happy. Losing his 100th UEFA Champions League match. I'm sure he had the champagne on ice, but Leverkusen said, no way, you're not going to pop it. Ouch. That must have hurt. But hey, they must find a way to pick themselves back up. Back-to-back defeats for the citizens. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with that Manchester City side. Pep Guardiola must find a way to fix it. Another result that really got me talking also was Marseille beating Newcastle United by 2-1. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with a brace. Over the weekend, he scored a milestone 400th career goal. Add this 2 to it, it's 402, and the man is 36-year-old. It's not stopping anytime soon. Class is permanent. So shout out to Aubameyang. We'll listen to him on the show tonight. And also Napoli did just enough to beat Karabakh by 2-0. 2-0 that one ended. So there you have it. Tuesday results in the UEFA Champions League. Which of them got you talking? That's the question I'm asking. So you can get into the conversation. And Chelsea fans, I'm still waiting for you guys. Just in case you're watching, don't be shy. Click the link right there. Get into the studio. Let's have that conversation. Can Chelsea go all the way? You think they can do just enough to stay relevant? Let's see the first 10 table. The first 8 to gain automatic qualification. But before we do that, we've seen Tuesday results. Wednesday also come with some fireworks, cracking games. One of them, at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal will be hosting Bayern Munich. So for those of you watching me on YouTube, these times are United Kingdom time. So wherever you are in the world, just do the conversion and you know the time that the game will kick off wherever you are. Yeah, let's go to TikTok. Justin, Chelsea outplayed Barcelona. I totally agree. It was a beautiful game. Chelsea showed good character. They showed composure. They pushed, they showed good drive, and they went on to win it. Justin, even without the red card, they're still going to beat Barcelona. Well, Barcelona fans will argue that. They'll say the red card did something to them, but I think with what Chelsea did, they did just enough before that red card came. They did just enough to show us that the intention was to win that match. Yeah, so yeah, I think I agree with your analysis. Thanks so much, Justin. Let's keep the conversation going. TikTok, get the page active. Please, let's get the page active so we don't lose it. So just tap on the screen, like it, while I come back to my YouTube guys. Copenhagen on Wednesday, UEFA Champions League. More action will go down. Copenhagen will take on Kairat. They will fancy their chance of even qualifying for the UEFA Champions League. No disrespect. But hey, they will just, relish the experience. Pafos also are struggling down there at the bottom of the table. They will host Monaco on Wednesday at the big fixture. Both sides, 4 matches, 4 wins. Arsenal hosting Bayern Munich. Both sides unbeaten. Somebody's flawless run will end. And they shouldn't just even give me a draw. They shouldn't try me. Don't mess around with me. Somebody's flawless record will end tomorrow on Wednesday. Will it be Arsenal? Will it be Bayern Munich? That fixture, it's got fire written all over it. Enter Atletico Madrid will host Inter Milan. Frankfurt to go against Ademola Lookman's Atalanta. Let's see what's going to come out of that one. Liverpool will hope to get back to winning ways, because what happened in the Premier League, they lost at Anfield to Nottingham Forest. There are 6 defeats in the Premier League out of 12 matches. Can you believe it? Yeah, out of 12 matches, Liverpool, they have just 6 wins. 6 defeats, defending champions. They must show character. They must prove that they want to get back to winning ways. They must bounce back. But it's going to be tough, because this is the UEFA Champions League and teams are trying to push now to see, even if they don't get automatic qualification, they should get into the playoffs. So Liverpool must show that they can get Ekitike must get into it. The new guys must get into it. Alexander Isak must start showing that he's worth the money that Liverpool splashed on him. Yeah, Olympiacos will go against Real Madrid. Don't even say it because it's Olympiacos and that Real Madrid can go on to win. This is football where anything can happen. I just told you the story of how Bayer Leverkusen ruined Pep Guardiola's 100th UEFA Champions League match. He thought he was going to celebrate. Bayer Leverkusen said, hey, not yet, calm down. 2-0, that one ended. Ooh, can you believe it? PSG versus Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham will hope to also bounce back after the disappointing loss to Arsenal in the North London derby, which is going to be very difficult. I think PSG also not showing us the sort of form that we saw last season that made them win the UEFA Champions League. So they might just want to, prove a point, put up a statement performance, and see where that will take them. Sporting CP will go against Club Brugge. So there you have it. Wednesday fixtures in the UEFA Champions League, matchday 5. So those fixtures will wrap up matchday 5, and we will now see what it's going to do to the league table. I want to get straight into the league table. Let's see what's it looking like. Where is your team? Just in case you're following any team that's playing the UEFA Champions League. Bayern Munich, they're on top with 12 points. Arsenal follows closely with 12 points. Inter Milan also with 12 points. You can see the 4 of them flawless. They haven't lost any match. Dortmund, courtesy of tonight's win, pushed up to 4th position right there. So see what I'm talking about. AZ, thank you so much for the likes. Thanks for keeping the page busy. I love it. I like it. I'm sure AZ, you're a Chelsea fan. Are you a Chelsea fan? Because I know Chelsea fans will be pumped up tonight with this conversation. Let's get into it. Chelsea, they are now 5th on the log. I told you the story of what they did against Barcelona. The Blues, they say no, not tonight. The last time Barca, that we went to Camp Nou, you defeated us 3-0. Take it back. That's what it is. Chelsea took it back to them. That's what I'm talking about. This is the game. You go hard or you go home. So Chelsea won that one. So it's now 3 wins, 1 draw, and a loss for Chelsea in the UEFA Champions League. Lost that very first game. So they'll be relishing this form that they've just gotten into. Manchester City, they've now dropped to 6th position after losing to Bayer Leverkusen. I told you, Pep Guardiola, I won't believe it. He said, I'm a Man U fan, but hey, I love what you're doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate your appreciation for what I'm doing. Thanks so much, AZ. Manchester United, don't worry. Manchester United will bounce back. I think so. Do you believe they will bounce back? Well, let's see. Paris Saint-Germain, they're 7th on the log, and that's why it's very important for them to do something with that fixture on Wednesday. They're 7th on the league table, and I told you that the first 8 teams will qualify automatically. And look at Newcastle right there now, 8th position. If they had won that game against Marseille, it would have done something to, their position on the league table. And that's why when I listened to Dan Bond, he said it was a frustrating game against Olympique Marseille because they did everything. They stayed with the game plan, but it didn't just work. That's football for you. And you just think that, that you know where it's going and how it's going. Football just stuns you. That's the story. So first 8, I told you, will qualify automatically. So Real Madrid will be busy tomorrow. They are 9th on the log as it is with 9 points. If they win that game, they're going away from home to Olympiacos in Greece. If Real Madrid wins that game, they are going to 9, 10, 11. They will climb up to 11th, and they might even get into the top. They might even get into the top 4. That's how important it is for them. Same with Liverpool. Just imagine Galatasaray, if they have won that game at home to St. Union Gilois, they probably would have climbed up to the top 4 also. That's why that's such a painful result for the Turkish team. I'll show you the other part of the table, but let's get into the conversation. A lot of talks, after the action comes the reaction. So the coaches have been speaking. I've listened to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But hey, who isn't celebrating what Chelsea did today against Barcelona? If you're not celebrating, Chelsea fans are actually celebrating. Let's listen to Enzo Maresca. He's the coach, he's the manager of Chelsea, and he's over the moon.
Good. Has been fantastic night for the players, for the club, for the fans. For me personally, it was already a fantastic day because today is my daughter's birthday. So she asked for a present, and that is fantastic day. Yeah, the big win has been nice, especially here at home. You know, with our fans, it's always a nice feeling. Yeah, no, the goal was very good. As Rafinha said, probably in the next 10, 15 years, Estavao with Lamine Yamal, they're gonna be both probably the next, probably Messi and Ronaldo. But for both, they are 18. They need to enjoy. They need to, try to improve every day, and this, I think, is the most important thing for them. Absolutely. As you said, in big games, it's always there. Against Lamine tonight, against, Salah in different game, against any winger. But Mark is doing very well with us since I joined the club, on the ball, off the ball, so we are very happy with him. Do you want to know what I believe?
Yes.
Next 48 hours rest and recovery energy, because it's very demanding every 3 days. Now we have, Arsenal in 5 days, but 2 days ago we played Burnley away, and then we have so many games that the most important thing now is recovery energy, and then we go game by game.
But
Much better for the players, the legs, and for the staff also mentality. It's much better to recover energy when you win games.
That's right. Very, very important to recover your energy when you win games. That's Chelsea's manager, Enzo Maresca. He said Estavao and Lamine Yamal, they are the future, that they will possibly be the next Messi and Ronaldo. Guys, do you agree? Do you agree with the Chelsea manager, Brazilian whiskey, Estavao, and Spanish wonderkid, Lamine Yamal might be the next Messi and Ronaldo? Are we ever going to have that sort of competition, Messi and Ronaldo? Do you agree with him? I don't know. I don't think so. But hey, they are both fantastic players, and they showed it in that game. But shout out to Mark Cucurella. He didn't let us see Lamine Yamal. He pocketed the young guy. Said, look, I'm too experienced. You cannot come here and do anyhow. Sit down here. Cucurella. I told you at the start of the show that the police in London, they are looking for Lamine Yamal. I said, have you checked Cucurella's pocket? Go check Cucurella's pocket. You will find Lamine Yamal there. What a performance by Chelsea. I think they did just enough, and they truly deserve that win. Yeah, so that's it. I've shown you the table. You've listened to Enzo Maresca. Yeah, I think we should listen. I do not have the reaction of the video reaction of Hansi Flick, but I think I have something that I can, read out. He said something, and he said this is the last time we're going to see Barcelona struggle. I don't know. Hansi, it's beyond you just saying it. You need to show it, because with the style of play, I think clubs now know that they can score Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona can come score you and all, but clubs now know how to play Barcelona. When you do the high line, you must make sure it's like basketball. The best way to attack is to defend. So when your defense is poor, people will penetrate it, they'll break into it. And I think that's what clubs have found a way to, break through Barcelona's defense. Unfortunately, he must find a way to change that. Otherwise, it will keep going this way, because whoever Barcelona gets to play, they just take the pressure to them, and when you crack and when they're not scoring, it means they'll be conceding. So it goes beyond just saying, oh, we're going to this, we're going to that. No, you need to show it. You need to boost up that defense. I think you need to sign quality defenders, but 2 or 3, who can get into it, and and put some defensive play out there. I'm just trying to get that interview with Hansi Flick, so we'll listen to him, bring some balance into that game, Chelsea versus Barcelona, and then we'll move on. Shout out to everyone joining. I see loads of people joining on TikTok. Thank you so much. I like that you're doing this with me, and people will wonder, why is Austin doing it by this time? Yeah, I just want to do it just before we get to Thursday, so that the guys will wake up and watch it. But my guys in the United States of America, in Australia, Canada, shout out to you guys joining the live stream. Feel free to get into the studio if you're Chelsea fan. I just want to speak to Chelsea fans. I just want to celebrate Chelsea for what they did. I think they showed good character against Barcelona. I think they showed that, that they can avenge that last defeat at Camp Nou, and they did. Yeah, AZ is a Man U fan, and he said even before the red card, Chelsea did just enough to show that they want to win the game. Is it not coming up? I don't know. Okay, I'll bring that later. Let's go into Pep Guardiola. He's not happy. Manchester City, they were hoping to win that game, consolidate on the league table, but Bayer Leverkusen got into Manchester and they ruined the party for Pep, who was celebrating his 100th UEFA Champions League match. Let's listen to Pep.
The performance that we thought, and maybe, of course, I take the full responsibility. Still, I think that the players that started are exceptional players, but we missed something like we need in the highest level, and so it was an incredible opportunity to stop, and now we have to fight for the next games. They were good, and in general, you did also very good things. We have our chances, and I would say the chances we had more than them, but it was a half chances. Always we block, always we slippery, always it was something there, and we didn't have that, to believe that. Okay, it's a moment to attack, we attack. It's a moment to defend, because it's not being in the position, it's being present in the position defensively and offensively, of course. We have to determination to go, okay, I'm going to make a movement, I'm going to make some situations that we can do. Understand your question. Absolutely, I have to accept it. So I have to accept it. If we win, will not be the problem. So I accept that maybe it's a lot, but I think playing every 2 or 3 or 4 days, we need... but maybe it's too much. Yeah, right. Seeing the result, maybe it's too much.
Yeah, so that's it. Pep Guardiola making 10 changes to that team that played Bayer Leverkusen. And he admitted that, maybe it was just too much. Maybe that's what affected his team. 10 changes. That's a lot right there. But look, when you look at this Manchester City team and the consistency they have shown over the years, and the fact that they've still got Pep Guardiola, it's difficult to understand why they're struggling. That's why I do not get why they're struggling. But hey, what do I know? This is football where you think you know, just as I said, you think you know, and then it stuns you. You start asking questions. Maybe that's just what is wrong with Manchester City, because all my years that I've been covering sports, I just can't explain how Manchester City, right after that loss to Newcastle in the Premier League, they go back, they reassemble, they have a look at it, and they are hosting Bayer Leverkusen in Manchester at the Etihad Stadium, and Pep is playing his 100th UEFA Champions League match. That's a milestone celebration right there. And then you don't do enough to win that game. In fact, you don't do enough not to lose that game. Something is wrong. Something is actually wrong somewhere. I think, particularly as champions, maybe the moment they stop winning, it does something to their mentality. That last season that they went trophyless, I think it actually affected Manchester City. Guys, what do you think? Because I struggle to do this analysis, player for player. They don't come close to Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen lost a lot of their core team. In fact, the main guys that we know that does the magic for Bayer Leverkusen, they lost them. And somehow they came to Manchester to do what they did. I want to bring the starting lineup that Pep used for that match. So you just understand that it's so difficult to explain what happened. Yeah, people will come out and say, oh, these are just some of them. And nah. Trafford was in goal. There was Kusanov. There was Stones, was the captain. There was Nathan Aki. There was Aït-Nouri, who is a fantastic player, in my opinion, in my view of the player. Lewis was in there. Nico was there. Rangers was there. Bob, Savinho, Mamouche. And if you go down to even the goalkeeper, the reserve players, this shouldn't be happening to Manchester City. It just goes to tell you that football is so unpredictable. You never just know. You never just know. So the big question that Pep needs to answer, why would you keep Haaland on the bench? Right? It's Jackie on the bench, right? It's Doku on the bench, Bernardo Silva, Vadio, Phil Foden. Those are the subs available to him. Donnarumma. But I think he complained about Donnarumma and his form, or I don't know if he picked a knock in that game against Newcastle. But hey, this is Manchester City. The winning mentality that is in the club is just enough to push them. Lodderson, what do you think? What is really wrong with Manchester City? Because they're beginning to lose that giant figure that we know them for. So teams can just believe now that they can just beat Manchester City. Yeah, that's the lineup right there. Maybe. No, it has to be mental. I'm trying to explain it, but I think it's mental. It's difficult to just not understand what's wrong with this Manchester City team, particularly when the guy that built it, the guy that makes them solid, Pep, is still right there. And after everything that happened last season, Pep is saying, look, it will never happen again. We will need to come back. We will need to prove a point. But I really don't know. I can't explain it, guys. That's why I want you guys to help me. Manchester City, what could be the problem? I was just still trying to understand Barcelona, but I think that is the highline that they always create. Oh, want to play high, want to do the pressing, want to go forward, you know. But when I look at this Manchester City team, I thought they also made good signings. Maybe they're there to gel, but how long will it take? Because the core of the team, they're still right there. What makes Manchester City tick? It could be Rodri. Whenever Rodri is in play, this team just looks ordinary. And I also know they've not been able to. But come on, even before Kevin De Bruyne left, he didn't have that spark that we knew him for, you know. Yeah. But definitely someone who could do the runs, who could do the defense splitting pass. Now, Manchester City, they need to find a way to come back to it. Yeah, so that's the story. Manchester City. Let me go back to Barcelona. Just in case there are Barcelona fans in there. I see some people beefing Chelsea. But if you're a Barcelona fan, I want you to tell me what could be wrong, because that's another team also that is losing that giant mentality. They have firepower going forward, but I still feel they need to do just enough to, you know, make that defense line solid. I think that's where the problem is. That's, for me, he needs to fix Hansi Flick. He needs to find a way to make his team solid at the back. There's nothing wrong with even starting your attack from the back, knowing very well that when you do the high press, what are you doing when you're not with the ball? It's very important. So when the opponent has the ball, you know you've got a defense that will deal with it. So Hansi Flick made this. He said, he called it a promise. He said, you will now see a different Barcelona. I can promise you. Right after they were punished by Chelsea by 3-0. Hansi Flick said, you will now see a different Barcelona. We'll see. We'll see. The January transfer window is coming. We need to see what you can do. He needs to look and reflect and find a way to fix it, because this is definitely a defensive problem. Teams just break through Barcelona the way they want, you know. And as long as you're conceding goal as a team, it gives confidence to your opponent that they can attack you whenever they want. I think that's the major problem, Hansi Flick. And you must find a way to fix it, as simple as that. But I want to get that full quotation before I go. And we still need to listen to Eddie Howe. Newcastle, they went away. Aubameyang was on fire. We still listen to Oba at 36. Man is still scoring goal. A milestone, 402 career goals. Wow, can you believe it? I told you, class is permanent. Where you Hansi Flick? I just want to take that reaction, and then we will move on. But I want to read from Hansi Flick's notes tonight. Chelsea 3, Barcelona 0. That's what's up. Big win for the Blues. Enzo Maresca is pumped up. I played his interview just in case you missed it. I'm going to play the game before I wrap it up. So right after that, Hansi Flick spoke to the media, and I quote, he said, "We will see a new Barca. I can promise you. We must accept the defeat. I'm optimistic for upcoming matches. We had the opportunity to score. We had the opportunity to score the first goal, but we didn't seize it. Then we lost easy balls, and we need to analyze that." You see what I'm saying? When you're not doing the high press, when you're not with the ball, what is your team doing? So they lost the ball, and he's saying that they need to analyze it. No, Hansi. When you lose the ball, then you're forming the line to start defending. Because if you even check the third goal that Liam scored, you could tell that was a defensive problem again. It was a huge defensive problem. Because by the time you're doing the recovery and you don't have defenders who know how to do the man-to-man marking properly, you're going to struggle. Hansi Flick went on to say, we played many minutes with 10 men and Chelsea is a good team with the ball. That's something we have to accept. It will be difficult to finish among the top 8, but it's not impossible. Ooh. That's a deep statement. If Barcelona doesn't finish amongst the top 8, so it means they go to the playoff and there anything can happen. It's really tricky. Let's go on. Hansi Flick said, I think we started the match very well. We had a big chance to score the first goal. And of course, with the red card, everything changed. When you see Chelsea, they always maintained possession of the ball. They played more physically and were more dynamic in 1v1 matchups. In 1v1 matchups. This is what I don't understand with coaches. They seem to analyze the problem so well, but they never get to find a solution for it. So he knows that they weren't getting it with the 1v1s. That's a defensive problem right there. Hansi Flick went on to say, that's also what I want from my team. You can't just want that from your team. You have to make it happen. That's why you're the manager. You manage the team. He went on to say, sometimes we think we can control everything with the ball. But here in the Champions League, and especially here against a club that's second in the Premier League, that's not the case. But Barcelona is a big team, Hansi Flick. And you must show that. Particularly when you play the big teams also. So yeah. So guys, you've listened to Hansi Flick. That's him, talking about the problems. I keep telling you guys, these coaches, they come out, they speak a lot of grammar, but they are not just doing what they need to do to effect the change. So Hansi Flick telling us the problems with his team right there, but he has to find a way out of it. So we've listened to Hansi Flick, we've listened to Pep Guardiola. Newcastle went to France and they lost to Olympique Marseille. There's an interesting fact and stat that came out of that win for Marseille. Marseille, this is the first time they will be beating a Premier League team since 2010. 2010 was the last time Marseille defeated a team from the Premier League. So this is a milestone win for Marseille. And I showed you what it did to them on the league table. I will still get back to it. But hey, let's celebrate this guy. Bring him up right here. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's 36-year-old, but the man isn't stopping. Man of the match performance, got a brace, got 2 lovely goals, and he's been speaking right after the match.
Very happy to be here in this club, to enjoy those moments like this, like tonight. It was a great game. We started a bit sloppy, I would say, but then yeah, I think we react well, and it was important to win tonight. Yeah, a lot. Hopefully a lot. I'm feeling great, even if I'm 36. Yeah, I'm enjoying. And when you live this type of games, of course you want to play more and score more. Yeah, I think it was very, very important, especially at home, for the fans and for us. I think if we want to go through, obviously we need to win games. So yeah, it was very important. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. A former Arsenal striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Wow, what a player. 402 career goals, and he's just 36. Let me say 36 because he's still performing. Yeah, he's 36 and he's still going strong. I told you that was a big, big win for Marseille. The first time they will be beating a Premier League team since 2010. That's massive, baby. So shout out to Marseille for doing that. We'll go back to the league table again to see what that win did for Marseille. Was it more of a good, or it's just, push them a little bit? Let's first check the first part of it, see what it did to Olympique Marseille. They will be pushing for maybe the playoffs, but hey, who knows? They might just go on to even make it to to the top 8, because we still have about 3 more matches to go. So Marseille not in the top 12. Not in the top 12. So let's go to the next round of the table to see where Marseille is on the table, because that was a very big win. It was a big win for Marseille. I'm sure they'll be mid-table. I just want to know. They're 19th. Ooh. So Marseille, out of 5 matches, 2 wins, no draw, 3 losses. So it's those losses. So they have just 6 points, 2 wins. Yeah, those 3 losses actually doing something. But they can believe they can make it maybe into the top 15. Yeah, maybe that might just do something for them. But hey, it doesn't stop us from celebrating what Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang did, the Gabonese skipper, 36-year-old, doing what he did to Newcastle, because Newcastle went with some renewed, vigor right after the win against Manchester City. And by the time you listen to Eddie Howe, you can tell that Newcastle, they were really going for the win. They wanted that win so bad, but the brilliance of Aubameyang said, no way, that's not happening. Not on my watch, not tonight. And his brace gave Marseille that big win over Newcastle. Yeah, I want to bring Aubameyang up again. That's the man right there. It's okay to call him a legend, because for his age and what he's doing, still playing competitive football, still banging in the goals, scoring the weekend, UEFA Champions League night again, he's scoring a brace. He's been there, done that with his career. Shout out Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Take a bow, I like him a lot. Just unfortunate that his career at Arsenal didn't go the way he wanted. But hey, the man is still doing so well. Still in the news. He's still, getting the conversation going. Yeah, thanks so much to everyone. Encourage more viewers to share. Yeah, thanks so much, Captain Sparrow, for sharing the live. Guys, you can share the live if you want to. If you love football, if you want to talk about European football, I'm talking about the UEFA Champions League matchday 5. Tuesday games already done. We're waiting for Wednesday and a big fixture awaits us. That's Arsenal hosting Bayern Munich. Both sides unbeaten, flawless wins. 4 wins out of 4 matches. I said somebody's flawless record will go. Whose record will go on Wednesday? Arsenal fans, I hear you guys whispering, not ours. Well, we'll see. Football will give us the answer. So shout out once again to Aubameyang for that milestone performance, celebration, and the records that he has helped Marseille to achieve. Henry, thanks so much for joining. I greet you all, man. Thank you, Henry. Henry, Galatasaray didn't win. Please click on that link. Let's have that conversation. Get in here, Henry. Please get in here. I want to know. So, without Victor Osimhen, Nigeria cannot win. Without Victor Osimhen, Galatasaray cannot win. Victor Osimhen, come on, guys. What's going on? Let's have that conversation. So, I told you, Marseille did just enough to beat Newcastle by 2-1. Let's listen to Newcastle manager Eddie Howe and defender Dan Bonny reacting, and they're not happy with the result. Listen.
The start of the second half obviously was a big one for us. Some 15 minutes at the start of the second half I thought cost us. I thought we handled the atmosphere really well in the first half, and even towards the end of the game I felt there were chances for us to score.
Yeah, definitely frustrating. I thought we stuck to the game plan pretty well. The whole game, which was sort of 10-15 minutes of madness, start of the second half has cost us. So yeah, definitely disappointing to come to a team like this, in a stadium like this, atmosphere like this, and put all that in and not come away with anything. Yeah, it's disappointing.
Well, I think the goal straight away, near enough after half-time, changes the whole feeling around the stadium and the game itself, and it was just a lapse of concentration from our perspective, I think, and then we didn't maybe react well enough to that. We conceded the second, and from there it was difficult.
Mentally, didn't sort the second half as well as we wanted to, and I think obviously Aubameyang, 36-year-old, but still sharp and can still finish and showed his quality today. And I think that's when you go 2-1 down and you've got to break them down away from home, it's tough. As I said, I think it was an actually pretty good performance, but key moments cost us. I think we had chances that we should have scored and didn't capitalise on them. Yeah, and then obviously 2 goals, very disappointed.
Yeah, that's what's up. Newcastle defender Dan Burn and manager Eddie Howe, and you could tell they're pretty disappointed because with Marseille's record, they were hoping to, go there, get the win, and then consolidate on the league table. Because just imagine, as I said earlier, if Newcastle had won that game, they would jump right into the top 4 because now they're still on 8th position with 9 points. So they would have easily gotten 11 points and they would sit right under Inter Milan. That would have been some good motivation for them because now it's looking tough. So now it's 2 losses for Newcastle. If they had won that game against Marseille, it would have been 4 wins. That would have been something for them. But hey, football said no. Congratulations, Marseille. So there you have it. I've shown you the players. I've shown you Chelsea celebrating that win. I've played you different reactions from coaches, players. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think? H-Town, I see you, but I don't think your network is all that. Your network isn't fantastic. So you need to get into the studio again when I'm sure that your network is fine. I'm going to bring you on and then we'll have that conversation. H-Town says he's a Galatasaray fan. And I think in England it supports Chelsea. I'm not sure. H-Town, I'm waiting. You can get back into the studio. Let's have that conversation. It will be good to, have you. But I want to listen to Enzo Maresca again. He said something about recovery, which is very, very important. So Chelsea fans, when you play this sort of difficult game against Barcelona, they have a big one coming against Arsenal. It's a mental exercise, and I like the way Enzo Maresca summed it up. By the way, he said it was his daughter's birthday, and that was the perfect birthday gift to her. Let's listen to Maresca again.
The performance was very good. Has been fantastic night for the players, for the club, for the fans. For me personally, it was already a fantastic day because today is my daughter's birthday. So she asked for a present, and that is fantastic day. Yeah, the big win has been nice, especially here at home. With our fans, it's always a nice feeling. Yeah, no, the goal was very good. As Rafinha said, probably in the next 10-15 years, Estavao with Lamine Yamal, they're gonna be both probably the next, probably Messi and Ronaldo. But for both, they are 18. They need to enjoy. They need to, try to improve every day, and this, I think, is the most important thing for them. Absolutely. As you said, in big games, it's always there. Against Lamine tonight, against Salah in different game, against any winger. But Mark is doing very well with us since I joined the club, on the ball, off the ball. So we are very happy with him. Do you want to know what I believe?
Yes.
Next 48 hours rest and recovery energy, because it's very demanding every 3 days. Now we have, Arsenal in 5 days, but 2 days ago we played Burnley away, and then we have so many games that the most important thing now is recovery energy, and then we go by game by game.
But
much better for the players, the legs, and for the staff also mentality. It's much better to recover energy when you win games.
That's right. I completely agree 100%. Because that game against Arsenal will be a tough one because the Gunners, their record in the Premier League, fantastic run they're having, and they want to consolidate as a big London derby. We cannot wait to see that. So, guys, which of the results got you talking? That's the question I'm asking right here on Twitter, on YouTube. Guys on TikTok, thank you so much for staying with me. What's going on? Who is pumped up? Who is excited about Chelsea's win over Barcelona? Thank you to everyone joining. But hey, guys, let's get the page busy. TikTok, if the page isn't busy, they're going to take it off. So we might just be losing the page. So as you get in, please like it, share the video. Let's talk about what happened on matchday 5 of the UEFA Champions League. And I've got my football fans in here. No, I know they are there. So, guys, if you want to be part of the show, just check me out on YouTube, Proudly Austin. Click on the link, get into the conversation, and let's show some love to Chelsea. Let's talk about Bayer Leverkusen and what they did going right there to Manchester, the Etihad Stadium, and then they messed up Pep Guardiola's party. It was getting ready to celebrate his 100th game in the UEFA Champions League. Football said no. Bayer Leverkusen said no. Not today, Pep. In fact, we're going to make it back-to-back defeats. Don't forget, Manchester City, they lost in the Premier League to Newcastle. and they're still trying to bounce back from that with a home game against Bayer Leverkusen. And what happened? Ouch, football. When you think you know it, it stuns you. So, guys, that's about it. If I'm not getting H-Town back into the studio, I'm not getting anyone. I just have to end it. I just wanted us to, see, okay, H-Town, just about time. H-Town, yeah. I don't know your network. H-Town, you're always on the road. Okay, let me see if I can bring you on now. And I pray your network is good. Come on in, H-Town. Come in. H-Town, what's going on?
I'm all right.
Yeah, H-Town, tell me.
I'm all right.
You see a Chelsea fan?
Yeah, Chelsea and Galatasaray.
I know. I remember Galatasaray. So it's a bittersweet experience for you on Wednesday in the UEFA Champions League, on Tuesday rather. Galatasaray lost at home. Chelsea did enough to beat Barcelona at Stamford Bridge. Let's begin with the bad one. What happens to Galatasaray?
You see, that's why any team that builds a striker around the team, you end up with a very big problem. So that is what really happened. And that is what is happening in the Super Eagles. So when Osimhen is not there, nobody delivers. Do you understand? Unlike the days where we have the likes of Odise scoring goals, Mikel scoring goals, who again, Finidi George, all those people scoring goals. Exactly. That's the same thing. So it is high time, what's his name? The Secretary built on two strikers, like our traditional thing. You understand? So Galatasaray, Icardi is old. Icardi can't do the job anymore. That was when they went for Osimhen. And now the guy is injured. What do you expect him to do? And this is where the problem I have with NFA is. Now the guy is injured. You are not taking care of the bills. The club is. And the major reason why they bought him is not there to deliver for them. You get it? So that is why we need to be very careful when we make decisions, when we conclude on people, condemn people, tell them they are not passionate enough or whatever. I don't know. Okay, look, like I told you, I don't know if anybody has called Ayinla to date.
Yeah. The NFF president visited Ayinla. He was going to say.
Cool. Awesome.
But I want us to let's stay with Galatasaray, because when I looked at the lineup against Saint Union Gilois, no disrespect to the Belgian club, but I thought Galatasaray with their last game, they had the momentum.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be a whitewash.
Exactly, they were playing right there. Yeah, they
honestly, and look at that guy, David Promise. Is he Nigerian?
But see, he scored a goal in the 57th minute, and that was good enough time for Galatasaray to even get back into it. If they are playing sort of football, there was Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané started that game. There was Gundogan. Gundogan comes with a lot of experience, as a player. There was Gabriel Sara in that.
Gabriel Sara, yeah.
Cucurella also there. They have a pretty decent team,
We had every.
Was also there, so I think they see themselves as a small team.
You see, the problem is they depend so much on Osimhen. They depend so much on Osimhen. You can even see
Osimhen is just his first season with them. Last season it was in year. So how can you now suddenly just build your team around one man?
That is football for you. His job is to win. So his job is to win. His job is to deliver. That's the coach. I'm talking about the coach now. So if he has the available material on ground. I mean, why don't you use him and build his team? You know. So it depends on the coach. Any coach that decides to build on one striker, one lone striker, then you're in trouble the day anything happens to that striker.
Yeah, it's quite a shame. Let's talk about Chelsea. I'm sure that one you were so pumped up. You finished 3-0. You think that was a flattering result for your team?
I would say Chelsea was pretty good and lucky. I think Barcelona came to sleep today because if Barca came out, it would have been goals all through for both sides. You understand?
Trying to come out, that's the problem. They are terrible at defending. When you do the high press, you must ask yourself one important question: what am I doing when I'm not with the ball? And if you're not,
I'm not with the ball, exactly.
If you're not defending well, you're not good with the 1v1s, then you get punished.
That's true. That's true. So it's okay. We did good. We did good. I hope we could continue with the momentum. I want to see a Galatasaray Chelsea final anyway.
Oh, please. Stop
Don't
this.
dream.
Stop this. A Galatasaray versus Chelsea final. Are you kidding me? But haven't we seen stranger things in football? I think 2006 when FC Porto made it to the final. I think we've seen
yeah.
But look, we are not. Come on, Galatasaray. First, their mentality. See, that's my problem, Coach OKON. He has that thing of he wants Galatasaray to be feared, to be respected in Europe, but I think they are just comfortable being a big team in Turkey. I think that's just if it changes that mentality, because I see no reason why you're playing a team that you're supposed to, come out. They
don't have the championship mentality yet.
That's right.
It is Victor that is trying to push them. Let's go. We can do it. We can do it. He's trying to imbibe that mentality into them. But I hope one day, and I was surprised, Sonny too is supposed to help out, but Sonny's weak.
No. I thought Gundogan and Leroy Sané could have, with forward play, but I think there was just cold feet. They were playing with it, like when you're driving a manual car and your handbrake is up, and then the guy is. I think they were playing big shift on, so they were being too careful not to lose the game, and that's
not to lose the game.
Yeah, when you're too careful about not losing the game, it stops you from playing the game, and then you eventually lose it.
The guy who scored the goal for the Belgium club, David Moses, is he Nigerian?
I need to find out. But in Nigerian media, they are claiming he is. Everybody wants to have the kind of name that we think is a Nigerian name. We claim you right away.
But for real, if that guy actually is a Nigerian, those are the rugged strikers that we need. That guy is rugged. He's good.
So you guys should be careful. I will always rush and call strikers to just players.
Yeah.
Tolu, that was the same way we called Tolu. Tolu can come. Tolu, you know what? Nah, they are not fighting Tolu now.
Tolu is better. Exactly, Tolu is butter and bread. When they told me Tolu, when I saw Tolu, I said Tolu won't be able to go with the momentum of the Premiership. The Premiership is a different ball game.
Yeah.
Different ball game. Yeah. But for that guy in Belgium, with the way he plays more like somebody who is playing in a Spanish team. He's strong, he's physical. He has the eye for the goal. Did you see that goal? That goal was sweet.
Fantastic. Yeah, he has a Nigerian background. That's the first good news.
Good news. Okay.
But is Canadian, and yeah, I think I don't know if he has played for the Canadian international, for the Canadian senior team, but he played for Nigeria under 23
Oh, awesome.
in 2022. And now I see Canada 8 appearances this year for Canada. So definitely playing for Canada. I saw the Akínpẹ̀lú. I knew that was a Yoruba name, but they're putting probably out there, you know. But his promise Oluwatobi Emmanuel David Akínpẹ̀lú.
Akínpẹ̀lú. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we are everywhere in the world, but we should be careful how somebody just does one. Look, club football isn't the same as national team football. I keep saying this thing over and over again. And we know with these guys, they don't get to spend the sort of time that they need to, you know, blend. They want to play with themselves that they know. So if I've been playing with H-Town and both of us will have this chemistry, when we hear that there's a new coming, we are angry, because if the coach should change what we know, then we'll just start
misbehaving on the streets.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so that's right. Aero King, honestly, it's really showing that Gala is just like Super Eagles. No Semen, no good. Yeah, no good game. Sam Akínpẹ̀lú played. Yeah, he scored today. Oh, there, we just confirmed it. So that's it. Guys on TikTok, the Aero King, Sam, if you want to be part of the show, the live studio is open. You guys can come on YouTube, Proudly Austin, and then we can have the conversation. H-Town, is there anything you want to add? Chelsea, Arsenal is next. Maresca said 15 minutes to recover.
There's something I want to even ask you. Sorry to take you back. It's concerning the Super Eagles. I saw one news about the player from Congo who has that he was not properly registered or something. I said that's a daydream.
That's not true. Nigerians were just pushing nonsense. The guy was registered properly and was approved by FIFA in August. So that one is just we have lost. Wanted to see whether we can bully FIFA and bully people.
I just concluded our LFA is just a makeshift.
Nah. Haven't you noticed that anytime Nigeria loses an important game, we must find they said that to be replayed because of the referee's fever. Oh, one player was not this. Nigerians, do the right thing.
Yeah.
All of these things, do the right thing and win your football game. All this plenty roadside talk. Let me let you run H-Town. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Like when I see you around, the live stream, I appreciate. Thank you. Tomorrow, I'm going to come talk about this. There's Champions League Wednesday. So I will still do Champions League tomorrow. I'll come back on Thursday to talk about the Super Eagles. So I've called that conversation 2026 World Cup failure and why the gods are not to blame. Yeah, because the gods did everything for Nigeria to qualify for the World Cup, but we didn't just take it. So we do Champions League again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll wrap match day 5, and then we will on Thursday after Super Eagles conversation, and then we'll start our countdown to the AFCON. I've got my accreditation for the AFCON, so I'm going to Morocco, guys. We will be creating content together. We'll be doing loads of live shows together. So rock with me, stay with me. It's getting better. We're 12K 200, going strong. I love it so much, and I want to thank you guys. I want to appreciate you guys, everyone that that's been with me on this journey in the last 1 year. I only took this YouTube thing seriously just right before the Paris Olympics, and look at how far, look at how big we're growing. You guys have been awesome. You like, you share, you comment. It's always good. As I always tell my TikTok guys, I'm still trying to see how I can, get the platforms together just so we can have one unified show. I'm going to do it. I've ordered a Windows computer, very good one, because I think the MacBook isn't letting us do it. So I've ordered a Windows computer. When it comes, we'll put all of the platforms together just so I can read your comments I can get you coming to the live studio. I do this show for the fans because you guys love your football, you know your football. So I do this for you guys, okay? So that's what I'm waiting for. Once that is done, we can have a proper show where I bring everybody into one room. Let's talk. And then we're gonna, have that conversation. Not just us. I'll be bringing loads of, folks to talk to, players, current and ex-internationals, administrators who ask them the hard questions, particularly with football administration and management in Nigeria. What's the way forward? We can all cry and, talk, but let's start thinking about solutions. See Flick is always talking about the problems, no solution. Same thing with Manchester United. Thursday. Yeah, let's talk about asking here with people. Unfortunately, I've got to go 1 hour, 10 minutes. I wanted to do just 30 minutes. That's football for you. You bam, 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 and leave. And the moment you get into it, it's like a spirit, you just continue. I have to leave YouTube, but I'll still stay with my guys on TikTok. Don't go anywhere, my TikTok guys. I'm coming to you guys. Shout out to everyone that joined the conversation on YouTube. I appreciate the love. I'll come back tomorrow right after match, the 5 Wednesday results. We'll come talk about it. Arsenal fans, get ready just in case the Gunners, come up with a strong win. I'll be having a show where I would like to talk to fans of Arsenal Football Club. That's the show. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you around again. That's it.